Good morning, welcome to Vlogmas Day 10. Here's the site I was trying to show you yesterday afternoon, and for some reason my camera didn't record it. When the clouds parted, we saw all the snow on the mountains. Look how low the snow line is. So it's kind of chilly down here on the valley floor. We actually were possibly going to get some snow overnight, but as you can see, we didn't. But we are expecting a lot of rain later today. I'm about to go on my walk. No second cup of tea and procrastination today. I need to beat the rain. Look at all the seagulls sitting up there on top of that building. I have no idea what the attraction is. Once again, I timed out my walk really well. It started to lightly rain just a few blocks from home. You might even be able to see a few drops still on my glasses. It was really cold out there this morning, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a few snowflakes. It is going to be a good mail day today. I just finished checking the status on a couple of shipments, and not only is my tree skirt kit supposed to arrive today, I'm also supposed to get my second shipment from the Fiber Nymph Dye Works club that I signed up for a few months ago. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good day. I've had a very productive morning. When I got up, I put some more rows into Stephanie's shawl, and then as you will have seen, I got out for an early walk today. And then once I got back, I even fit in a classical stretch / eccentrics workout. I've been trying to get back to those this last month or so, and I've been pretty good, but I've been slacking off this week, so I was really glad to fit that in. I just feel so energized and ready for hopefully an equally productive afternoon. So unfortunately, I did have to take back the beginning of the short rows in the shawl last night. I'd goofed up. It's the short rows are done in a similar way to how you turn the heel of a sock, only instead of going purl 2 together, purl 1, or SSK, knit 1, in this case you purl or knit 3. And I'm just so used to doing just one in one area. That's what I did, and it just threw the count off. So I took it back to the beginning of the short rows, and then Cameron and I watched some TV last night, and I worked on this and have caught back to where I was and then some. So there, you can definitely see a lot better this morning how it is starting to take that crescent shape. Pretty, isn't it? I think it's going to be lovely. So let's see, I've got this much more on each side to eat up all those stitches. So of course now the rows are getting longer, so it's going to take me a little while, but I do plan to sit down and work on this a little bit after I record this segment. So one of my parcels has arrived, and I thought it might be fun to open it with you. So I've got my Fiber Nymph Dye Works club shipment. I can't remember the name of the club. It's probably on some paperwork inside, but what Lisa was doing was revisiting 3 of her past clubs and doing an additional shipment for each. So I'm not sure what today's shipment's going to be at all, so let's find out together. Okay, there's the yarn and the thing. Encore Yarn and Fiber Club, that's what it was. And this is the Happy Hour Encore. And today's colorway is called Galaxy Cocktail. So she actually has a little bit of information about how to make a galaxy cocktail. Sorry. So I going to guess from the picture here that maybe those are the colors in the yarn. Let's find out. Oh, there's something else in here too. I can feel it. My sisters are messaging me. I can hear them. They're messaging as we're all messaging each other. That's what's happening. Ooh, look how pretty is this. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that is so fun. Oh, that is so fun. Oh, and look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that stitch marker. That is just too precious. Awesome. This is so great. What a great way to start the almost afternoon. It's almost noon here, just a few minutes before. So while we're opening things and opening Fiberniv Dye Works things, let's open today's mini too. So day 10, and the name of today's colorway is Hibernate. Something I'm sure a lot of animals would like to be doing today. It's cold and rainy and just not very pleasant day out there today. It's good to be inside. Nice and warm in my woolies. Okay, you ready? Let's go. We'll see it together. Oh, that's really pretty too. This color reminds me of foxes. Oh, that's really nice. Very, very pretty. Awesome. Okay, I have started editing today's vlog already and I'm all caught up, so I think I'm going to go upload this and then I am going to sit down and work on Stephanie's shawl. And when my other parcel arrives, I will be sure to share it with you. I'm so excited to finally be able to work on my Christmas tree skirt. Yay! It's here, finally! I hardly had time to sit down and start knitting before it arrived. So this is from Connecting Threads, which has the same parent company as Knit Picks, but I've never ordered from them before. Interestingly, I just ordered from Knit Picks for Stephanie's Christmas present and it came right away. So I'm not sure what the holdup was with this one, but it's here now. That's what counts. I just have one parcel still outstanding and that's my treadmill. Who knows when that's going to get here, but hopefully now that transportation routes, supply chain routes are opening up a little more, maybe it'll get here before Christmas too. That would be nice. Okay. A lot of talking. I don't even remember everything I ordered because I did order more than just the tree skirt. All right, this is what I've been waiting for. Quilt As You Go, Sew by Number, pattern printed on batting. It is from June Taylor. So as you can see, there's printing on this batting, and it also includes a template that's wedge shaped to use to cut out my fabric strips that I've already sewn together. So yay, that's here. Let's see. Oh yes, I also ordered a new quilting book. I love working with the pre-cuts. It's really fun. There's a few of the patterns in there. I am for our daughter's gift. Sort of has a forest theme, or a lot of the things in it do. And so I ordered this fabric collection that's called Through the Woods. It's by Moda. And let's see if I can, I don't want to take the labels off, but I know it has owls in it for one thing. She loves owls. Yeah, there's an owl there, half an owl. But you know, it's through the woods, so that gives you an idea of the kinds of prints. Oh, she's gonna love this too, because she's really into moons and things, like moons and things. Does that make sense? But kind of mystic things. Anyway, oh, that's pretty too, the moth. So I am going to sew a project bag for her using some of these. All right, and then my one of my sisters and brothers-in-law are going to become grandparents again in the new year, and so I'm going to be making a quilt for the new babies. So this is from Riley Blake Designs. It is called Eat Your Veggies. That gives you an idea of some of the prints. And I got some coordinating fabric for the backing and binding. They know they're having a little boy, so I thought that would be nice. Did I already say grandson? I guess if I did, then you would clue in. I just got a couple of tools, quilting tools. And then they had a promotion, I think it had to do with what they call Black Friday promotion, and if you spent a certain amount, you got a free thing of quilting thread. So I chose this color palette, thought that would go well with a lot of things. So yes, there it is. So now the dilemma: do I ditch the knitting and start working on my tree skirt, or do I give my knitting a little more time and then ditch it and work on my tree skirt? I think I'm gonna do some more knitting. I'd really like to see that project done, and then I can do this with a clear conscience, which doesn't mean I'm gonna make myself finish the knitting first, but I'm gonna do a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get busy with my tree skirt today, because I just cannot wait to see it start coming together. It is 3:30 and I've been sitting here most of the afternoon working on Stephanie's shawl and fixing another mistake. Yes, I did it again. Only this time I didn't purl together purl one and turn around and work the next row. I just purled two together, turn around and knit the next row. And just before I was going to break for lunch, I thought, okay, I'll count the stitches on each end and make sure that I have the same number, see if everything's balanced. And then I realized I'd made this mistake. So I started to rip it back, just stitch by stitch. I didn't take it off the needles or anything. And it was taking a while, and so I thought, no, better have lunch and then come back to it with a fresh eye. And when I did, I took a really good look at what I had done, and I determined that I thought my mistake was just, I think, another row back after I'd cut a couple back. Anyway, that was the problem. I have fixed it. I can see where it is. It's a little bit, looking a little bit different than the rest of them, but not so anyone else is going to notice. And so now I'm balanced, and I've put stitch markers in every 10 rows of the remaining stitches. I have 41 on each side that still have to get worked up. And then that way I can tell very quickly whether or not I'm off. And I'm going to be checking much more often now, because you know, I'm so close to being finished, and I do not want to have to make pick the mistakes back again. So I also added some markers in just to show like where the first decreases were and just different things. So anyway, yeah, it is coming along. Looks really pretty in this light, actually. Colors are really nice. So now I'm gonna go play with my tree skirt. So what I'm planning on doing is cutting out the fabrics for it. which means I have to cut out a piece of fabric for the backing, and then I have to cut the wedges out of my pre-sewn strips. So that is what I'm going to do. Can't wait to get into it and you know, see it all come together. You are looking at my kitchen floor. It's the biggest flat surface I have available. So I've brought out my large cutting mat here, laid it out on my kitchen floor, and I've gone ahead and done the first step in the tree skirt. I guess it's technically the second step, but I did it first. So you're supposed to cut out the batting around the solid lines. You're supposed to leave about an inch. I left a very generous inch. It's more like 1.5 to 2 inches. And then I went ahead and used some spray adhesive and attached the backing fabric for the tree skirt and cut out around the same line here. And then I've stitched it just on the inside of these dotted lines. And those lines are going to serve as a cutting line for when the wedges are sewn to the front of the tree skirt. And now I've run into a little bit of a problem. So you get this handy dandy wedge template with your tree skirt. And the idea is that you lay it on top of your wedge, you line the lines up with your fabric, and then you cut the wedges out. This is where I'm running into trouble. So here you can see the lines line up pretty well, but as I work my way up and as I work my way down, those lines don't line up so well. Now, I've always said I am not much of a quilter, quite a novice here, and usually I just do a quilt as you go and don't pay too much attention to, you know, everything having to be exact, but I'm not sure what I've done here. I'm not sure if I've done too generous a seam or what. So I think one thing I'm going to do is give all of these another press, because I could see in some areas, I think some of the problem is that the fabric is taken up here along the seams. And so if I try and press these a little bit flatter, I'm hoping that that will open up these strips. But I figure if all the strips are the same, and they should be because I did sew them, you know, all at the same time and using the same setting on my machine and following the same line with my presser foot, I'm just going to go ahead and use them, and I will probably line up the middle and cut out the top and the bottom. Not exactly sure. I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. But I think as long as they're all the same size, and as long as I sew them all in the same way to the front of the batting, it should be fine. I think consistency is going to be the key here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do before I start cutting out wedges and doing things that I can't undo. Before I go wrangle my tree skirt, I thought I would show you which wine I picked out for tonight's Appy Night. So we are going to be having this 2019 Gewürztraminer from Chaberton Estate Wineries. This winery used to be called Domaine de Chaberton, and it is from right here in the Fraser Valley. And while the only time I've had the Gewürz is when we tasted it at the winery this summer, their Bacchus wine is one of our very favorite ones. We're very well acquainted with it. So I'm sure we would not have bought this one if we didn't like it. So I am looking forward to becoming reacquainted with it at supper tonight. And before I leave you for day 10, it's time for something good. My something good for today is Christmas cards. Now I confess I really do not enjoy the process of sending Christmas cards. Writing out the Christmas letter and addressing all the envelopes and thinking of a little something extra to add to personalize each card. On the other hand, I really like receiving them and getting letters in return and catching up on friends and family's lives. And therefore, I keep sending them. So we've just started to get them in the mail the last couple of days, and I look forward to the coming couple of weeks and we'll get some more. Which reminds me, I really need to get on mine. So I think that's going to be one job for next week for sure. So that is it for Vlogmas Day 10. It's been a good day. And I am looking forward to tomorrow. I think day 11 is going to be awesome also. So I will see you again tomorrow for day 11, and take care till then, and thanks for watching. Good night.